Hey everyone, Tom here, bringing you another home workout video. Today we're going to focus on one of the most important climbing muscles, the shoulder. We got 6 exercises for you. We're going to do 30-second rest in between each exercise, and today we're going to use repetition to keep track of how long we do each exercise for instead of time. Let's get started. Exercise number 1 is planche holds. There's 2 different variations for this, much like the push-ups. We can do them on our knees or up completely off the ground in a normal push-up position. These are kind of difficult, so you may want to try them on your knees first until you get the technique right, and then you can move on to the other variation. We're going to do these for 10-second holds, 15-second break, and then another 10-second hold, and then you're done. So it's 20 seconds total of actual workout time. This is what it's going to look like. You want to get your hands in a good balanced position and keep your arms as straight as possible. You'll notice my hands are turned out a little bit. That's totally fine. We're going to use that to keep your balance. Also, spread your fingers out a little bit. It'll help there too. For this, we're going to get up on our toes. We're going to be in a hollowed position. A hollowed position means not as straight back. It's going to be slightly curved. And we're just going to lean forward as far as we can and hold for 10 seconds. Okay? Again, if you want to do them on your knees, you can. Same idea. You want to keep a hollowed position and then lean forward as far as possible. And hold. Okay? 10 seconds, 15-second rest, and then another 10 seconds. Exercise number 2 is pike push-ups. We're going to go for 10 of these. This is what it's going to look like. We're going to lean over, and know that the more you bend your knees, the easier this is going to be. To make it harder, we're going to keep our legs as straight as possible, and if you find these are still a little too easy, you can get your feet up on steps or something that's a little bit of an incline to put more of the weight onto your shoulders as you do this exercise. And again, if you need to make it easier, bend your knees a little bit more, just making sure we're leaning as far forward as possible. So for these, again, pike push-ups, we're going to lean as far forward as we can and get that full range of motion down and up. Really extend through and shrug those shoulders. Cool. We're going for 10 of those with a 30-second break. Exercise number 3, we're going to go back to the front of the shoulder and do planche push-ups now. Just like before, get into around the same position for a planche. And if you need to do these on your knees, I encourage it. For them, we're going to get up in a planche position and do a push-up. Make sure you're leaning as far forward as possible to really isolate the weight on the front of the shoulder. 10 of those, 30-second break. Moving on to exercise number 4, we're going to go back into the pike position for pike circles. We're going to do 12 of these total. I'm going to do it facing this way so you can see how the rotation goes. Basically, you want to get into the same pike position as you did before. You need to make it easier, bend your knees. You need to make it harder, elevate your feet. Keeping the legs as straight as possible to make it more difficult. Slightly wider stance with your hands now. And we're going to focus on going down to one side first and then rotating through in a circle. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going for 12 of those, 30-second break. Exercise number 5 is reverse Iron Cross Pushups. This might look familiar for those of you who've seen the back video. We do back widows, which we're pressing off the ground to engage the center of our back. It's going to look very familiar to that. We're going to anchor the weight on a different spot in our arms, and it's going to focus on the back of the shoulder. I'm going to do it this way so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I have my knees bent for this. We want to make sure we get all the weight on the tops of our shoulders. Use your core a little bit to help you out. Get your arms as far as they can go in an Iron Cross position. You want to anchor the weight on your wrists or your forearms. The farther out you go with your weight, the harder this will be. We're going to do these for 5-second holds. We're going to do 10 total of them. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2. We're going to do 10 of those, really making sure we hold that contraction the whole time and feel it in the back of our shoulders. After you've done 10 of those, 30-second rest. Exercise number 6 of the circuit, and the final exercise will be lateral rotations. We're trying to mimic that idea of pulling the weights out, but we don't have any weights, so we can use our body weight for this. what we want to do is get kind of into a plank position, but we're only going to have one arm on the ground. You can also do these for your knees. The most important thing is making sure we get the full rotation when we do this. I'll show you what I mean right now. So get yourself planted, slightly wider stance. You don't need to have your feet together. Get one arm behind your back. We're going to focus on our left arm first. We're going to go 10 each arm, 20 total. Rotate down, get that shoulder, rotate out. Okay, you actually want to go slower than what I just did too. Nice and slow, and rotate out. Most important thing is keeping your shoulder in a very fixed position, and making sure you're rotating around the shoulder. Okay, 10 that side, and we do 10 on the other side. Same exact thing. Let me show you. Down, rotate out. Full rotation the whole time. 10 of those, and then you can rest. You're done set one. Now that you're done set one, go ahead and take a 3 to 5 minute break. Come on back and repeat all 6 exercises again. If you need a little extra burn after that, go ahead and repeat it a 3rd time. For everyone else, you are done. That is shoulders day. Make sure you keep tagging us at PhilaRockGym.com. Make sure you're checking out PRG Remote to stay involved, and we'll see you on Monday.